Hey everyone! Today, I want to talk about something that's been on a lot of our minds lately: high prices. Whether you're grocery shopping, grabbing a bite to eat, or just paying bills, it feels like everything is getting more expensive. And even though inflation is supposedly cooling down, many of us are still feeling the pinch. So, what's going on? Why are prices still so high? And what can we do about it? First off, let's acknowledge the frustration. We work hard for our money, and it's tough to see it stretch less and less each month. When you head to your favorite store and notice that the same items cost more than they did just a few months ago, it's easy to feel cheated. Some of you might even be thinking, why is this happening, and who's to blame? Well, it turns out a lot of companies are trying to navigate these tough economic times, just like we are. But that doesn't mean we should overlook their actions. For example, Walmart recently introduced digital shelf labels. At first glance, it seems like a cool tech upgrade. But many shoppers are worried this is just a sneaky way to raise prices more easily. And then there's Wendy's, which got a lot of backlash when its CEO suggested they might start using dynamic pricing, adjusting prices based on demand. It's like surge pricing for burgers. Who wants to pay more just because they're craving a Frosty during lunch hour? And, speaking of feeling shortchanged, let's talk about Chipotle. There's a whole trend on TikTok where customers film employees to make sure they're not skimping on their burrito bowls. Imagine feeling like you need to record your food being made just to get your money's worth. This kind of skepticism shows just how wary consumers have become. But it's not just about high prices, it's also about getting less for your money. Have you noticed that packages seem to be shrinking? This sneaky practice is called shrinkflation. Companies keep the price the same but give you less product. For instance, Gatorade swapped its 32-ounce bottle for a 28-ounce one without lowering the price. Or how about when you buy paper towels, and suddenly there are fewer sheets in each roll? Walmart did this with their great value paper towels, reducing the number of sheets but claiming they made each sheet more absorbent. Thanks, Walmart. This frustration isn't just in our heads, it's backed by numbers. Most adults now see inflation as a major problem. That's more than any other issue they were asked about, including crime and immigration. And this concern isn't going away, even as some say inflation is cooling down. So, what are companies doing in response? Some are trying to win back our trust with price cuts and value meals. For example, Target, McDonald's, and Aldi have been promoting lower prices and special deals. Walmart said it rolled back prices on many items in its food categories in the first quarter of the year. Even Whole Foods, known for being pricey, has reduced prices, including many private label products. And then there are fast food chains like McDonald's and Burger King, which have introduced new value meals to attract more customers. During the pandemic, many companies stopped promotions because they couldn't keep up with demand. But now, they're bringing back discounts to boost sales. Other companies are cutting prices and running promotions to compete with cheaper store brands. But let's face it, these moves may not be enough to quell our frustration. When you're used to getting more for your money, it's hard to adjust to less. And even with promotions and value meals, the overall feeling of being ripped off doesn't just disappear. It's going to take a lot of effort from companies to rebuild that trust. Now, you might be wondering, is there any good news in all this? Well, yes and no. While prices for some items might be stabilizing or even dropping, other costs, like electricity and rent, are still climbing. This means our overall expenses are still high. On top of that, businesses are still figuring out how to balance their need to make a profit with our need to afford their products. So, what can we do? For starters, being a savvy shopper can help. Look for deals, use coupons, and don't be afraid to switch brands if it means saving money. Also, speaking up can make a difference. Companies do pay attention to customer feedback. When enough people express their dissatisfaction, it can push companies to reconsider their pricing strategies. And let's keep talking about it. Sharing our experiences and frustrations with each other can help us feel less alone in this. Plus, it can raise awareness and, hopefully lead to positive changes. Alright, that's it for today. I hope this gave you some insight into why prices are still high and what we can do about it. Remember, you're not alone in feeling this way, and together, we can push for better prices and better value. Leave your thoughts in the comments below, like how are you dealing with high prices? And do you have any tips or tricks to save money? I'd love to hear from you. Stay strong, and see you next time.